Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I am just so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. I just can't hide it. I am going to be talking to one of the Pointer sisters, Anita Pointer, that is. I'm having her on the show today to chronicle her career in music and promote the new memoir that's out, Fairy Tale, and also the Ever After exhibit at the Hollywood exhibit in, I believe, Burbank. And it's going to be spectacular. I just can't wait. I am a huge music fan, as a lot of you know, especially 70s R&B, and I just feel like I'm the happiest fanboy in the whole wide world. And it's going to be exciting. There's just no other way to put it. I am just so lucky. So, here is my interview with Anita Pointer.
Hi, is this Tommy?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm good. Just trying to stay cool. It's so hot.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's pretty hot over here in Redding, where I live.
Oh, in Redding, California.
Yep. This is such a great honor. Thank you for taking the time today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on.
My pleasure. So, going back in time, at what age did you start gravitating toward music?
From birth. That was when I started. I mean, really, music was, my mama was always singing at the house, and I was singing. We would sing our grocery list to go to the store. Of course, we sang in our daddy's church when we were little kids.
Yeah.
And, but professionally, it was after I had graduated high school, and me and Bonnie and Jim went on the road trying to get a record deal, trying to start Pointer Sisters, trying to build that name. And this was after Bonnie and June had tried. The two of them were Pointers a pair. Daddy gave them that name. Daddy gave them that name, Pointers a pair. And then Bonnie convinced me to quit my job at McLaren Sweeney at law office I was working at. Mm-hmm. And I went to see them sing with the Northern California State Youth Choir in San Francisco. And that was it. I was hooked.
Wow.
I was in the audience crying. I said, I want to be up there.
Did your parents have any musical inclination?
No, not at all. My mother sang. I mean, they sang. My mother sang very well, and her brother did some semi-professional singing. Her brother, Jack Silas. Mm-hmm. He had a fabulous voice. Oh, my God, he had a fabulous voice. I wish I had gotten a chance to support him. We didn't have any, connection with anyone in the music business that would have done anything or had we were kind of out there trying to find our way,
Yeah. You're born and raised in Oakland?
Yes.
I'm born and raised in San Mateo.
Oh, all right, homeboy.
Yeah.
I just did a thing with Sheila E. a couple of weeks ago. Matter of fact, it's going to be airing on tonight on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's a thing called Elevate Oakland.
Elevate Oakland?
Elevate Oakland, yeah. Just trying to get, some people knowing how, good things can come from Oakland.
Yeah.
So my brothers were total athlete stars. And as kids growing up, everybody in town knew the Pointer Brothers and my cousin Paul, but they didn't know anything about us, and we were just sisters. We didn't have names. But Fritz and Aaron and Paul, they were like the star athletes of Oakland. They went to McClymonds High School, where Bill Russell went.
Oh, yeah.
All three of them got scholarships for college. Full scholarships from sports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was growing up, Oakland was the area that we were all told to stay away from. I had a friend about 10 years ago. He had 2 bullets in his arm from just by a drive-by over there in Oakland.
Wait a minute, he had what in his arm?
He had 2 bullets in his arm.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh my God! See, that's a whole difference in the way we grew up in Oakland.
Yeah.
We didn't have no guns. I mean, they had guns, but we lived right across the street from a park, Deep Armory Park. And you see things going on over there all the time. And my daddy used to go over and try to stop fights, but never a gun. It was always maybe a knife, and that's about as violent as it would get, you know. But we played at the park all the time, never worried about a drive-by. There was no such thing as a drive-by back then in the 50s. I never heard that word, you know?
Yeah. In your generation, you know, they used the gun as a warning. In my generation, they were just a little too enthusiastic to try the gun out. You know?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, that's really something.
Yeah. Did you spend a lot of time at the Haight and the Fillmore back then?
Well, me and Bonnie and June, we lived in San Francisco like a block from the Haight, Gasberry. We were on Gulf Street, and my mother and her church friends would come over, and we'd take them on tours. But you never knew what you would see on Haight-Ashbury. I mean, you see girls running down the street naked, babies naked. You know, it was just so colorful. It was such a colorful time. And people were so into love and love beads and just, you know, everybody, I don't know. I love that time. I love that period, the hippie movement, all that. I think it was some of the first protests, I guess you might call it, that I experienced in those years. And kids were like buying their parents and saying, we're for everyone. We're not going to do this racist thing. And it was really I had some beautiful experiences, you know, in the 60s and 70s in San Francisco. Oh.
That's beautiful. I see you played the alto sax in the school band.
Yeah, I faked it.
At what age did you start playing the sax?
Well, this was when I was in the 7th grade in Arkansas when I started playing it. I got in the band in Arkansas. And that was the year Bonnie went with me. And she became a majorette.
Mm-hmm.
It was so weird because we practiced for this parade all year. See? All year we practiced for this parade. And we had, you know, after-hour practice, after-school practice and all that.
Yeah.
And I guess, Arkansas and that was 1959 and 1960.
Wow.
That's when I was in Arkansas, when I first started playing sax, and I never learned how to play it. But I learned the fingering for the songs that I wanted to play.
Right.
And I wasn't reading the music, even though it was there in my face, but I knew how to play it by ear. You know, I just played it by ear, and I was in the parade and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So much fun.
Yeah. So when you girls got together, you opened for big names like Elvin Bishop, Boz Scaggs, Grace Slick. Was it mostly nightclubs you were playing in?
That was, yeah, nightclubs, Fillmore West, Sutherland. With Elvin Bishop, it was mostly Keystone Corners in San Francisco. And with Elvin also, we toured. We traveled around the country in station wagons. We were backup singers then. For all those groups, we were backup singers. It was me, Bonnie, and June. All backup singing. And we finally got a gig with Dave Mason. He just signed a big deal with Columbia Records, and he was having a big performance, a big conference they were having with the record company in London. And we went to his rehearsal and convinced him that he needed us. He took us on the road with him. He took us on the road, because that's where Bonnie's boyfriend, Quasi DJ New, who was Dave Mason's percussionist.
Yeah.
Incredible too. But he told us, he said, we're having a rehearsal today. You guys should come over and see, you know, because Dave would really, really like you guys. And we went over there and sang along with the rehearsal, and he said, oh my God, I love you. And he took us on the road.
Nice.
London for the first time. We went out of the country for the first time, and my mom and all the friends were at the airport crying. So we had the most incredible time, except we got there to London, and all of our luggage was lost the very first day. So we had to go buy clothes. Dave Mason gave us money, buy clothes, not much money either. So we went to Beaver's in London, and I still have some of the stuff I bought there. Beaver's in London and bought clothes for the show. It was great. It was fabulous. We had a great time. Came back and did some more touring around the States with Dave Mason. Matter of fact, we were on the road with Dave Mason. We were on the road with Dave Mason in Woodstock, New York.
Mm-hmm.
And we were back up singing with him, and I was sitting in my motel room and started listening to a James Taylor cassette, and I wrote Fairy Tale that night.
Oh.
Got us our first Grammy Award. I wrote it in one night, and then Bonnie finished, we finished it together. And I wrote all the lyrics because it was a story about, my life, a relationship that turned bad. I'll pack up all my things and walk away. We were on the road with Dave, and that was the greatest thing to ever come out of there, that song. And I had no idea. I had no idea it would be a hit. I had no idea it would be a country song from the start, actually. I was just writing a song.
Yeah, sometimes your best inspirations come when you least suspect it.
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. That song, Sonny, and we got their first Grammy Award with that song, The Pointer Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of that. I was shocked, actually.
Yeah. Didn't Atlantic Records want to sign you girls?
Yeah, we did sign with Atlantic. Me and Bonnie and June in the beginning, before the four of us. But we signed with Atlantic Records. They saw us singing backup with Dave Mason at the Whiskey A Go-Go here in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Wexler was there. He happened to be in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And he was Aretha Franklin's producer.
Mm-hmm.
Called our producer, our manager, David Rubinson, and told him he wanted to sign us that night. And so David said, let's give it a try. So they sent us to New Orleans first, and then we went to Jackson, Mississippi to record these songs that we had learned overnight. And they signed us. We did a couple of singles.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't what we wanted. David Rubinson was really upset. He saw us as really unique and different. We wrote songs that he loved. I was so grateful for him. But, I forgot what I was saying.
Did you get to meet Ahmet Erdogan?
Yes, I met him. I think it was in Europe somewhere we met him. It was when we were over there doing the Meet 'em Festival. We met Ahmet Erdogan. Yeah, we met him.
Clive Davis, yeah. But Blue Thumb signed you three, and the first album had Yes We Can, and that's what really sent you girls into orbit, right?
That's right. Well, Blue Thumb signed four of us. Ruthie, by that time, had come into the group after we got a deal. And they signed all four of us. And Yes We Can by Alan Toussaint. We found that song on a Lee Dorsey album.
Mm-hmm.
Took it to David and said, "This is the message we want to take to the world. Yes, we can. We can do this." And he loved it. We loved it, and we recorded. Alan loved what we did with it. Even though I wrote the whole vamp. That was me. I wrote every word of the vamp of that song, but I had no credit for it, of course. He told me he loved it. He was like, "I can't give you no writer's credit." So.
Yeah. I bet the Lee Dorsey version is radically different.
Oh, yeah, it is. Matter of fact, I haven't heard that in a long time. I got to pick that up and listen to it. Years.
Yeah. And so, that sent you all into orbit, and you guys got so many hits, from He So Shy to I'm So Excited, which came out during the MTV New Wave era. Same time as Donna Summer's She Works Hard for the Money. And
yes.
that was great that your generation of R&B got to maintain success all the way into the mid-'80s, with MTV becoming huge.
That's huge. We did. It was amazing how long, what's the longevity of the pointer system. I just kind of retired in 2015. That was after 50 years on the road.
Yeah. You're cutting out a little bit, Anita.
Oh, okay. Let me get a little closer to the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, it was after, 50 years of being on the road. I started, I had my 21st birthday with the Elvis Bishop Group as a backup singer.
Mm-hmm.
From then on, I never stopped. Never. We never stopped until, 2015 for me. We did have a short break in there when Bonnie left. Bonnie left in 1976.
Yeah.
And we were devastated. It was a surprise. We didn't know who was coming. But, she wanted to do it, and she was the best. She was our little star. When she was up front, she was the shortest, and she just always had more energy than anybody.
Yeah.
Just really such a go-getter. And when she left, though, it left us in a bad situation. We didn't know she was leaving. We were on the road, and we had to stop for a while, and maybe a year or two, we were stuck performing, and me and Ruthie were trying to find a new deal for us, because June had said, if Bonnie's gone, I'm gone too.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ruthie were left with nobody, so we found a guy. Well, this guy, Sonny Burke, turned us on to Forrest Hamilton, who became a sort of manager for me and Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Took us to WEA to meet Steve Wax, who was the head of WEA, and he told us about Richard Perry having a new record label, and he needed an act to launch his label.
Mm-hmm.
And we went and met Richard, and he said, if you can get June back, we got a deal. And we went and begged June, please come back. We have a deal if you come back. So she came back. And, the next thing we did, we were out with Fire. We did Fire, our first gold single, and it just took us flying. That song took us flying. We had gold albums before. With the albums we did with David Rubinson, they were gold.
Right.
But there's never a gold single. And that makes a big difference. For some reason, it makes a big difference when you're selling a single as opposed to an album. I guess because more people can buy it.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, June's got a great voice. I remember when she duetted with Bruce Willis on the Staple Singers song "Respect Yourself."
She sure did. Oh my God, that was so sweet.
Yeah,
We sang with him he sang it with us on our Up All Night special. We did an Up All Night special for NBC,
mm-hmm.
and Whoopi Goldberg was in it, and Bruce Willis, and we had so much fun with them. I'm sure you can find it online. It's
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yeah, I'll check that out. She also did that song "Little Boy Sweet," which was used in National Lampoon's Vacation, and sometimes they replaced that with "I'm So Excited" for legal clearance.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really, that's a good thing.
Yeah, depends on whether you see it cut on cable or not cut on cable or on VHS or DVD. Yeah.
I didn't know they could change the song.
Yeah. You all made your TV debut on the Helen Reddy Show at the Troubadour.
Yes. We were at the Troubadour. It was our first gig, opening for Herbie Hancock.
Right.
And Jeff Walls, Helen Reddy's husband, was in the audience. And she had just taken over the Flip Wilson show for the summer. She had the Flip Wilson summer replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband told her, you got to have these girls on your show. And from that night, we were booked for Helen Reddy. We did a few shows with her. I even did some little touring with her. We went to Hawaii or someplace with Helen. But anyway, we had a fun time with her doing the shows, and I love the drama and just being able to act again. I used to love my drama classes in high school, so that really gave me a thrill.
Yeah, how is Helen Reddy?
No, I don't know where she is. I heard she retired many years ago.
Yeah.
Back to Australia, and she said, I'm through with this. I'm through with the music business. And haven't heard from her since.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
I know. I'm telling you, it could be really rough. That's why I had told me I was killing myself.
Yeah, high blood pressure and all that, stress.
Everything was going out of control, and I was just going on the road, going. I mean, I just pushed myself after so many horrible tragedies, and I was tired of it. I said, I can't push anymore. You know, I always had this motto, I can always do one more show.
Yeah.
That was my motto. But at that time, I said, no more shows. I'm done with this. I'll do some other things. Me and Bonnie wrote a song last year.
Mm-hmm.
A song called Feels Like June. It's a song that we did in honor of our sister June.
Mm-hmm. Did you release it?
Huh?
Did you release the song?
Yeah, it's out streaming now. It's on YouTube and Spotify.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's real. Amazon Music, Pointer Sisters website, Anita Pointer website. Feels Like June, and it's the most beautiful song. And I'm so glad that me and Bonnie got a chance to write it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was our last time writing together, and
Any good stories about the Carol Burnett show?
oh, she was such a sweetheart. Oh my God! And we toured with her in Vegas and Tahoe, and during her shows, it was so organized. It was so precise, everything. And, you know, Ken and Mitzi Welch that did the music, they wrote the most incredible songs for the show. And Bob Mackey had the most incredible designs for us. I was like, oh my God, we get to wear Bob Mackey gowns. And Carol Burnett had to teach us about traveling on the road, you know, because we would go on the road and we'd take our fashion show with us.
Yeah.
You had to change every show. You can't wear what you wore in the last show. Somebody saw that. So we would have so many clothes, big old heavy handbook cases that we had to bribe the airport to get them on the plane, which is insane.
Yeah.
We're risking our own lives to get this wardrobe on the plane. But he told us, she said, on the road, she said, it's a stage play. She said, you have certain outfits that you wear for certain songs and certain parts of the show, and that's it. You know, you may have these 2 outfits or 3 outfits, and you don't have to carry your whole wardrobe that you have, you know. And we hadn't done it, so we didn't know. We wanted to be, and everybody was into our fashion.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about the Pointer Sisters and that look, that 40s look.
Yeah.
I thought was fabulous for us. It was so much fun. We
Yeah.
had a chance to buy because we bought up everything.
And we just recently lost both Tim Conway and Lyle Wagoner.
Oh, Lyle Webb, that's right. That's right. Yes, Tim Conway was just a few years ago.
Yeah. They were both brilliant on that show, just brilliant.
Brilliant.
How was the experience with Car Wash?
Car Wash, oh my God. That was so much fun. We came down to L.A. We were still living up north then, and we came down to L.A. and, you know, anyway, we doing the show, doing the performance and all. It was just hanging out with Richard Pryor. I can't even tell you how much fun it was. He was hilarious. We even went to his house and hung out after the shootings and stuff.
Yeah.
He was so wonderful. He was so wonderful and funny, and even took some things. And when we told him in the car, we said, you should say, like a tree planted by the water, I shall not be moved. And he put it in the script. To say that. But it was really a treat, just being in a movie. I wish we could do it again. Just, you know, I mean, we had a song in Beverly Hills Pop, but
Yeah.
the movie we were ever part of, and it was really a fabulous experience. But nobody ever called us again.
Yeah, we just lost the writer of the movie, Joel Schumacher, a couple weeks ago. And then Michael Schultz, he's such a pioneer, and he casted you.
I love him. He was the best director ever.
Yeah, and then he got you girls involved in Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Right, yeah, I was in that. I did a thing at the end, a finale.
Mm-hmm.
This guy that I knew, who was his name? Alan Abraham.
Alan Abraham.
He's from London, and he came. He said, "I'll get you in the movie. I can't get." He said, "I give you credit, but I can't give you any money." I said, said, well, I'll take the credits. What the hell? And I did it. There was a finale, and it was everybody, Tina Turner and Curtis Mayfield, and, you know, all the stars back there that I just admired were in this finale movie, and I was just really grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah, did you get to interact with the Bee Gees or Aerosmith?
No. They were there, but I didn't get to interact. I think they were there I'm sure they were in the part of the finale, but I didn't get to interact with them, no.
Yeah. Did you all guest star on The Love Boat?
Yes, we did. We sure did. Ted Land, the bartender on The Love Boat.
Isaac, yeah.
Isaac, right. Me and him went to high school together, and we were in a lot of drama in drama class together, and we did a lot of plays. All the plays at Oakland Technical High School, me and Ted, you believe it, were in them.
I didn't even realize he was an Oakland guy. That's cool.
Yes, he's Oakland. We went to tech together.
That's so
he
cool.
Told me, we kind of kept in touch through the years, as well as our drama teacher, Mr. Wayne. He died this year, beginning of this year.
Oh.
Up until then, he always sent me Christmas cards every year since I was in high school.
Yeah.
He was just so sweet. He was just such a good guy. And he and Ted wrote a lot of plays, too. After Ted got out of high school, and Ted, we, just getting in touch with him, he said, I want to have you guys on The Love Boat, and he wrote the script for us. Ted and wrote the script for us to do on The Love Boat, because he's a fabulous writer, too. And
Wow.
I was just so thrilled. I couldn't believe it. I was just so shocked, though, that it wasn't really a boat.
Yeah, he was on a soundstage right at 20th Century Fox or something.
Threw over here, 20th Century, on a makeup of like, it looked like a ship.
Occasionally, though, they would go on location to, like, Scandinavia or something.
I think they would go out.
Yeah.
Sure did. I wish I had had that privilege, but no.
You didn't get to go on tour to Scandinavia or something like that?
No. No. Not on The Love Boat.
Yeah, not on The Love Boat, but, like, when you're touring with your sisters.
Yes, we went all over. I don't know. I don't remember Scandinavia countries or what, like Norway. We went there. Brussels, Belgium, Germany, France, Australia, New Zealand, London. We've been. There's a few places I didn't get to, but even after I left, the group went to Spain, and I'd never been there. But we covered almost everything, starting from the Ali Foreman fight in Africa.
Wow.
That was amazing. Oh, my God. It was like Hollywood in Africa, because all the people, said, the Crusaders, and Bill Withers, and Tequila. It was just all these people there. Etta James was there. Etta James, Big Black. Oh, God, they used to perform. And we had our show on the first night, so we had 5 days there, and the rest of the days I just spent just touring the country.
Yeah, it sounds like that festival from the early 70s. It was a fundraiser for the LA riot. Watt Stacks. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Everybody in R&B was there in 1971 or 2, whenever that concert was. Yeah.
That's how it was over there. We had such a good time. The Staple Singers. Oh, my God, it was so much fun. And just to see how Africa was. I was shocked. I'd never been there. And it was so big and so beautiful. It's the most beautiful country I've ever seen in my life, still to this day. I was amazed at the beautiful land and people walking with big old bundles of stuff on their head. Women walking with mattresses on their head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what is that? Oh, my God, and Ali was so nice. He wanted us to come to his training camp every day, so he would send his drivers to pick us up, just to watch him train, and that was a lot of fun. And then we were escorted. We escorted him, I guess, into the stadium one night. It was a feeling I can't even express. The people were so in awe of him, like they had seen God himself.
Was there a side to him that the world didn't see when he wasn't being that, personality that he was?
I didn't spend enough time alone with him, so I don't know. We were together, and he was very nice to me. He had a very soft heart. He was very funny.
Mm-hmm.
He laughed at him, and he even came and spoke once in Oakland. And my brother Chris, he started a center in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
He came back from college, and he came to Oakland, and the preacher donated a church to him, this Protestant preacher, and he started a group of study. We call this a Black Student Study Group.
Yeah.
No Black history in our schools. In Oakland schools, nothing. Nothing. And so he started teaching us that Black people did more than get caught. And he had different things that he taught us about the Black experience, and really got me going on it. It was so inspirational, and he was so wonderful. He loved to teach, and he's still teaching. Even though he's retired, he never stopped teaching.
Yeah. I remember when you were all on Give Me a Break.
Oh my God, you saw that? Oh my God, that was so funny. Nell Carter, oh my goodness, poor baby.
So talented, though.
She was, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said she was so talented.
I know. I even took her spot on Ain't Misbehavin'.
Mm-hmm.
For Ain't Misbehavin', playing a certain party in the cast, and I played her part. And the Pointer Sisters went on the road for a year doing Ain't Misbehavin'. Nell Carter was really funny. We had a good time with her. We went and ate and came back, and I remember her falling asleep on the set. Everybody was scared to wake her up because they knew she would scream at you if you did. But she was a sweetheart, She was very, very kind.
Mm-hmm.
And she seemed so young.
Yeah, that was sad. That was really sad. Did you all participate in USA for Africa, We Are the World?
Yes, we did. Me and Ruth and Jim, we were there that night after our awards we received at the AMA. They told us we had to go to the studio. Earlier that day, they had given me a cassette song, and I listened to it, but I didn't really, really listen to know what it was going to be. We got over there in the studio, and there was another experience with everybody I love, just everybody in the world. It was Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, Quincy Jones. Oh God.
Dan Aykroyd.
Right. Oh my God, Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, I remember Billy Joel said in the interview, him and Cyndi Lauper, they were standing next to each other during the whole song, and they were just thinking to themselves, this is a great cause, but we sound like a Pepsi commercial.
Oh God, they tried to do that again too. Even David Foster did a Voices That Care, and we did that with him too.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing for a minute there going around, but I heard they did a lot of good with We Are the World and the USA for Africa.
Yeah, they also did Sun City that same year, and I think the year before was Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas? That was all the British bands at that time. So tell me about the new book, Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale is written by me and my brother Fritz, who's been a professor for many years. He's retired now, but he and David Smitherman really put the book together. I gave him the stories. I told him what I wanted. I went through and corrected things and all that stuff. But Fritz, he's such a great writer. My brother Fritz, he's incredible. He's written several other books.
Mm-hmm.
And but most of his books are academic, for college.
Yeah.
He didn't really have a book that was on the 100 books. But he's got some great books out. And we had a fun time doing it. He'd come down to L.A. because he lives up in Marin County.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd come down and we'd hang out and ride and, go eat and go to movies. And know, making it happen. And it was tough. It was hard just going back over all that stuff. Just pulling up things that I really didn't want to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Some things were very, very hard to get back into.
Yeah. You go a long time trying to avoid it, and then when you have to write a book and then go back, it's always hard. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of crying involved, a lot of maybe even depression in some cases.
That's true. That's true. I don't want to write anymore. It took a couple of years.
I can't hear you, Anita.
I just said it took a few years because I would get depressed. I would stop writing. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Went to Hawaii for a while and just tried to do some things over there, and it helped a little bit, but still had to come home and finish.
Yeah.
He had a great time doing it. My brother Chris was incredible, and he looked up all the family history, all those pictures in the back of the book. Oh my God, they're so wonderful. And he researched and got all that stuff. Our grandfather's mother and father. Never seen a picture of them ever. You know,
Yeah.
and it was just amazing the things he was able to pull up. I guess Ancestry or one of those things he did, but found out our grandfather was mulatto. That's what it says.
Oh.
So I guess probably his slave master was his daddy.
Yeah. Is the book getting a good response so far?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we got a fabulous review. The publishers told me about it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
From the Library Journal.
Mm-hmm.
We got a fabulous review from the Library Journal. I don't really know who that is, but Fritz knows. They said, congratulations. Congratulations that we have gotten thrilling to have just discovered this beautiful news article, and it's a beautiful article, a whole review of our book by Editorial Review.
Nice. I'll have to buy a copy and read it of course.
Yeah, that's good.
And of course, I have to bring up the Ever After exhibit.
Yes. Oh my God, I was so thrilled. Donnell Danigan. I met her at one of Roger Neal's Oscar parties at the museum. They're at the museum. He would have the Oscar parties there, and me and Bonnie would go. And this one time we met Donnell, and a friend of mine, Carol Lemire, who's a friend of Donnell's. Just coincidentally, she said, I know Donnell, and she owns the museum. So we got to talking, and Donnell offered me the whole second floor of the Hollywood Museum. She came over to my house and saw what I had. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of stuff. We brought things over. We had to bring things back home because I had so many clothes. But after she came over and saw what I had, she gave me the whole second floor. And my granddaughter, Roxy, and her friend Alvin, they did an incredible job in putting it all together at the museum.
Wow.
Full of other people, JT and Melissa. Melissa was fabulous, and Ovila, my dear friend who passed away in January, she was there helping put it all together. And it just came out so beautiful. I'm trying to get virtual tour done. You know, having a little problem getting back into the museum because of the virus. But yeah, Donnell was fabulous. He made my dream come true. I've been saving those clothes since the 70s.
Yeah, next time I'm in LA and the virus is over, I'll go and check it out. It's in Burbank, right?
Oh my God, it's so incredible. I love it. I have a little thing that I could send you. I know. A little partial tour.
Mm-hmm.
Tour that we did.
I can't hear you. What?
Said I'm not so good with computers, and I forget things. Like right now, I'm trying to find where I put that. But I can send
Mm-hmm.
Really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is it. I found it. Yay! Oh, God. I'm trying to hear it. I'll have to get my granddaughter to do it. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Tommy, I can't get it to...
That's okay. It's okay.
It goes to the internet. It goes to Facebook and Instagram, but it doesn't go to an email. I have to get Rock to this. But I don't have your email address anyway.
I don't I don't mind giving mine out on the air. It's Tommy, Tommy, uh, K
Okay.
OMIC at gmail.com.
My granddaughter started me a Gmail account, but I really don't use it. And nobody uses Hotmail anymore.
Yeah, I know it's very rare now because I had a Hotmail when I first started on the internet over 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's what she tells me. I tell you, my granddaughter Roxy is it. She has been helping me, especially since the fire started. I haven't gone to a grocery store since February.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
God.
she ordered food for me, you know. She's my granddaughter. I'm just so happy she's here.
Yeah, I never thought this was going to happen in my lifetime, I'll tell you.
I don't either. You couldn't dream of something like this. It's a horror movie.
It is. It's a Twilight Zone episode.
It sure is. It's living in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
God, and you imagine when you're thinking like you can't go outside, you got to wear a mask, you got a virus is out to get you.
Yeah.
Good grief. It's like we have Godzilla in town.
Yeah.
I swear. Oh my God, it's so incredible.
It is. But I want to thank you so much for coming on today, Anita. This was wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Tommy.
And we'll connect in email and get all that squared away. But in the meantime, stay safe because we need you and have yourself a great day.
Oh, you too. You too. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Anita Pointer. Ain't she a sweetheart? Oh, great lady. Great stories. I like her a lot. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past because the present sucks. Later, dudes!